Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the 30th episode, even though we're not numbering, of the Totally Unqualified podcast. If we seem a little bit off kilter, it's because we're extremely anxious for our family member.
I feel like I'm going to throw up.
We're going to throw up. Will finds out if he gets his return offer from his summer internship literally 1 minute ago, and we're all sitting by our phones waiting to hear from him. We're so anxious.
We're trying to prepare both ways, but we really hope he gets the offer. He deserves the offer.
He's so smart and hardworking, and he's just so committed to his career, and we really hope it pays off.
And he has loved his internship this summer.
Oh my God, I could actually throw up. I'm so nervous for him, and oh my God.
I feel like I'm having a baby.
I know. I feel like we're waiting. I feel like we're waiting. I'm like checking my phone, looking down every second. I'm going to let him know. Mom's.
No. He's in the meeting right now. Don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Okay. I was going to say Mom doesn't have her phone, so text me. I'm scared he's only going to text you.
Okay, but he's in the meeting. You can't do that.
We're empaths. We're so empathetic.
I'm super empathetic, and I'm super scared.
Ugh.
Okay.
Nauseous.
This is when you just hope beyond hope for your kid, and you just know how much has gone into this. I am going to cry.
He literally, he deserves it more than anybody, and I really... the idea of him not getting it, makes me shed a tear.
Me too.
Oh, I'm so anxious. Okay.
All right, let's move on.
Housekeeping.
The first thing I'm going to say about housekeeping is we did have a few people weigh in about the number, that we're still keeping up with the numbers, even though they're not numbered. So our friends have told us to shut the hell up and stop saying it's episode 30.
I know, and you know what? Poo, poo, poo. In your fucking face.
Okay, they're not happy about the numbering. And I do want to bring up something from the last episode, which, by the way, after we counted the fish in the dining room at the beach house, your dad also listened to the episode and then exclaimed, "My God, I never noticed there's so many fish."
It's actually crazy because when Bubby was alive, I feel like the fish were almost just kind of came with her. You didn't really think that they were fish because she also showcases them in such different ways that They don't all look the same. You're not fish one, fish two. It's a portrait of koi fish, a cartoon of this, salad tongs here. And then you slowly start realizing, it's like you're in an I Spy, and you slowly start realizing that everything around you is actually a fish.
And I'm going to say to you, now go into the kitchen.
I know, the kitchen. I actually was looking at something, and there were serving platters that I saw in the kitchen that had fish on them. They're shaped like fish.
There is a paper towel holder that's a bejeweled caricature of a fish kissing. And
I haven't even noticed that.
Oh, look at the paper towel holder.
It's so funny because I feel like it's one of Bubby's sneaky little things. She didn't really advertise how fish-like everything was. And now we're all realizing that we're literally plagued by her Pisces-ness, and her fish are everywhere.
Well, know what else is interesting? In her regular home, in her condo, there aren't a tremendous amount of fish. It's at the beach that there are so many fish.
Yes, but I kind of disagree because the literal focal point of her entire apartment is the display case with all of the glass fish.
I don't think it's the focal point, but think about the rest of the stuff. Bubby really loved Asian culture, so there was a lot of Japanese influence.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, the thing on the middle of the wall are rainbow fish. Yeah. She also had...
Oh, yeah. That other tin thing.
She also had... Let us not forget Fishy 1 and Fishy 2.
I know, and Fishy 1 is still alive, by the way.
Messages. He got it! He got it! Yay!
Oh my God.
So
great.
Oh, thank God.
What'd he say?
Oh my God. He just said he got the offer.
So could you text him and tell him we're together doing the pod?
Yeah.
I am crying now because it's nice to be proud and it's nice to have something
he
happy.
got it. Yay.
Oh my God, that's so great. Did he text Dad?
He texted the group.
Wow, that was fast. 5
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Nothing like the finance business.
They're straight to it.
He met with somebody recently and the guy said to him, I have 4 minutes. What do you need?
I know.
And he had never met the guy before. And he was like, okay, here I go. And the guy's like, okay, let me see what I can do.
Ugh, Will.
Will,
yay!
you deserve it, buddy. Big round for Will. Wow, that made his day. You know, he said to me this morning that this is the first place he feels like it really speaks to him. And it's really nice. I was thinking when I started my career and started working in magazines, I loved it there. And it's nice to feel like you belong somewhere, that you're part of something, that you're working together with people who share the same vision. I know it all sounds corny, but it is really great.
I am so happy. Yeah, I'm wherever it goes within the company that he's working at. Can we say where he's
I don't
working
think so.
now? No,
No.
we'll keep it low key.
I think they're not.
They don't want it.
It's a good
They
one.
don't want us to advertise.
Let's just say that. It's a good one.
He got a great job.
Great job.
Will's gonna be taking me out to dinner.
Know what this means? This means Will has a job for 2 years, and it means that he will be moving out immediately when he returns home from graduating from college.
Ugh, Will.
You could live with Will.
Yeah, we could be roommates.
Oh my God.
That
What
would be horrible.
It would be so bad, but fascinating at the same time.
It would be like a clinical study. We totally could be roommates.
By the way, you could have a nice apartment now.
I know, because he would pay more rent.
Okay, so let's do other housekeeping. So I was thinking about what we talked about last week about being too independent and independence. And you and I briefly were talking about how, what if somebody calls you on your independence and
Yes.
says, what, you feel too independent? Like you're not fully in?
I'm just thinking about myself, and I feel like we didn't touch on it last week. I'm thinking about myself, and I'm thinking about if I had a partner come to me and say, Ava, you're too independent, I would be unsure about how to handle that, because my immediate thought would be, well, don't you like me because I'm so independent? Like, don't you like me because of my self-sufficiency? And so I think to be able to compromise in that way is something unfamiliar to me, and I don't know how I would handle it, because part of me would be like, so what, you want to take some of my independence from me? Like, you want me to become more codependent?
Well, I think the question would be, what does that mean to that person, right? Like, if they said to you, you're too independent, in what way would you be too independent, right? So would they feel like we said last week, maybe somebody's using the word independence when really they want to say something else, like you're not as emotionally invested, or
Right.
you seem distant,
Right.
or you seem cut off. I mean, that would be something
I would think of
easier, or you seem like you want to spend time with me.
right. That's more where my mind goes. And it's like, no, I wouldn't. It's not that I don't want to spend time with you. I just don't feel the need to always be together.
Yes. Yeah. Because Dad and I are a couple who are not always together, I do have trouble understanding couples who are always together.
Totally.
Because I like my alone time. Like, I'm not going to lie. Some nights I just like to watch The Gilded Age, and I'm glad Dad's not home.
Like last night when you had to run away from everybody.
I did. I had to run away so I could watch my show.
Yeah, I don't know. I just it came up afterwards where I'm like, how do you really handle that situation in which somebody tells you you're too independent, but you don't think that your independence is a problem?
Yeah, I think you got to dig deeper for that.
Right,
and
right.
ask more.
It's like
And
more
not
about
get
feeling
mad.
excluded, feeling forgotten about. That
Right.
makes more sense than,
Right.
the independence itself being a problem.
Or flip side, what if you're the one who's saying to somebody, they're too independent? That can feel bad.
Yeah.
Right? You can feel like you don't matter. when somebody else
Yeah.
seems to be very independent. You're sort of like waving your hand saying, I'm over here.
Yeah.
And they're not really paying attention. So that, if you think about it that way, then you're not going to get as mad, like upset.
Yeah.
If someone says it to you.
Yeah. I just think that going in with the idea of like independence being the problem is starting off on a bad note already.
Yeah, I think it depends what independence means.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how excited I
I
am.
know. I
for
can't
Will.
stop thinking about it.
Oh my God.
Let's see if he's
So
said it.
now I got to make a nice dinner. Maybe we'll go out to dinner. Woohoo. I was thinking we should celebrate with cocktails, but Will isn't 21 yet.
I mean, it has never stopped him.
He did say this morning, Mom, if I don't get the... He left for work and he turned to me and he said, listen, if I don't get the offer, fire up that bottle of Kettle One.
I'm so happy he got it.
Wow,
So
he's
does he have
gotta be
to
on
work
cloud
the rest
nine.
of the day?
Yeah, today and tomorrow.
Oh, my
And
God.
as your brother is your brother, he already set meetings with people for tomorrow.
He's so crazy.
Even though they're supposed to, like, I think, take their badges and get them out of the system. I don't know. Who knows?
Who knows?
Okay, let's move on.
Love and hate.
Love and hate. Okay, I'm going to take my glasses off. I want to do my love of the week. How do I look?
Beautiful.
Notice any difference?
No.
Really?
Did you get Botox?
No, I bought new makeup yesterday. Really? Under my eyes?
Actually, your under eyes look very good.
They do? Do they look less circly?
Oh my God, I saw this man using this Peter Thomas Roth gel.
Yes, I owned it.
Did it
it's
work?
the one that's supposed to
It
like
tightens
you.
He had the worst bags I've
Know
ever
who told me
seen.
about those?
Natalie?
Natalie's parents.
Of course.
Natalie's parents told me about it.
Because
I
they are
didn't like
OG
it because
PTR investors.
it would it sort of like rubbed off after a while and caked.
Oh.
I didn't really like it.
His circles were bad and then they looked better. No, your makeup actually looks very good.
Okay, so my new love is I went with my a friend of mine.
Beautiful.
Yes, my friend, one of my Nancys, not to be confused with Auntie Freed, is in town visiting.
You're giving
and-
away all of her personal info.
Okay. What?
Auntie Freed's podcast name is AF.
Oh, AF.
Now her identity
doesn't matter.
Her identity is
Anyway,
foiled.
Nancy and I went yesterday. She wanted to go to Jones Road, and that's the new Bobby Brown brand. That's hard to say. Bobby Brown brand for women of a certain age. And by the way, we went downtown, and it was really interesting to walk into a store where everybody is middle or post-middle age.
Why did I think it was her brand for younger people?
No, it's for women over 50, I think.
Wow.
So I got to tell you, someone did say to me, wow, you look great. And I said, for someone who's almost 60, and this woman who I don't know totally burst out laughing. And she was like, I hear you. It was very funny. Anyway, I had been reticent to use the brand. I don't know why. I always liked Bobbi Brown. And I got to say, particularly the eye pencils, I got 2. One neutralizes my purple.
You need to explain that it's not eyeliner.
No,
It's
not eyeliner.
under
It's
eye.
under eye. It's like a concealer, but it's not. It's called a neutralizer. And then there's a face pencil. So I got 2, and I thought I looked good last night. And then our doorman and his girlfriend said to me, wow, you look great.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, I just had my makeup done.
Jones
at
Road.
Jones Road. And I put it on today, but maybe you can't really tell. But I got to say,
No,
I think
it looks
really
good. I think it looks good.
And then I also bought like this, I don't know, I got sucked into it. This, I forget what it is. It's supposed to make you lift up on your cheeks. And
is it a blush?
it's not
What's
really.
it called?
I forget what it's called. It's called like Miracle something.
Who knows?
So it's for your cheeks, your face, and your lips, and it's all different colors. So I bought a little compact of 3 different colors to try them.
Wow.
But I'm going to say my love this week is Jones Road. I wasn't expecting to like you as much
We're not
as I
being
do.
paid by Jones Road, even though you all might think we are,
Yes.
because we're so popular and huge.
And by the way, the salespeople there, the women, incredibly beautiful and professional makeup artists, and it was fun. So go.
She
It's
loves a
super
mua.
fun.
You love a mua
What's that?
makeup artist.
I do. This woman was so gorgeous.
She loves a mua.
She was like 7 feet tall and had a giant, her hair was like out giant, and she just owned the room and was gorgeous.
Ellen loves a mua.
Okay, that's my love.
My love of the week is that I'm reclaiming having my dogs out to play. Meaning, I have lived in fear my entire life of wearing open-toed shoes because, I'm just going to say it, I have long toes.
So do I.
And I don't like
Me
wearing
too.
my toes out on the street. I get self-conscious and scared. And since coming back from the beach, where I am usually barefoot or wear flip-flops, I have reclaimed the open toe.
I love that.
And I'm flip-flopping my way down the street. And before anybody says it's gross, there's something called washing your feet when you get home from being outside.
I was going to say it's gross. I subscribe to the school of no open toe shoes in New York City. I think it's absolutely disgusting. I'm sorry. It's gross.
That's who I used to be. And I've grown and flourished.
No, I like anywhere else I'll wear open toe shoes, but not in the city. It's too dirty. Oh, terrible.
It's called a foot bath.
It's true. You could do that, but I just don't want the city grime.
You
on
let
my-
Linus run around your apartment.
I know.
It's called a foot bath. And so I'm reclaiming the Tinger. Tinger's out this summer. Tinger's out forever.
Uh-oh. No singing. Okay, that's exciting.
Reclaiming the Ting.
That's really exciting. I love that. Okay, my hate this week is, I'm going to say I might be a little bit of a, we might have done this one before, but
You can't have a same hate.
I don't know if it's the same hate.
My
All
God.
right, let me just say it.
Okay.
I don't love the dogs who live outside of the city.
No, we
Because
haven't
they're
hated.
not-
They're antisocial.
They're
They're not
antisocial.
socialized. Linus was lonely,
Wait, this
trying
is
to
my
make some
hate.
friends.
This is my hate. Yes. I felt like we were at the beach for 2 weeks. There are loads of dogs on the street and in the neighborhood, and yet no one really stops to talk and play. Whereas yesterday, I took Liney out into the park by our house and was standing there on a phone call, and 2 giant dogs came up, and the 3 of them were all playing. They were all on their leashes, but they were all playing and jumping around, and it was like super social. I don't understand. I just don't understand.
I feel like Liney is like the new kid on the block and nobody is accepting him.
I don't think that's it. I think it's that dogs because we live in the city, we go out and we're amongst each other all the time because we're in apartments.
Right, and the dogs are more social.
And the dogs live in the suburbs or outside the city, live in houses, and so they don't go out as much, and they're not as social.
Liney just wants friends.
He does. He wants friends. At the beach, he was a little
He
lonely.
was lonely.
And I wanted to have a play date with his other friend who's a Havanese, and the mom told me that she had gotten into the mom's prescription eye drops and just come back from the hospital and had to
Leela?
No, at the beach.
Maggie?
Yes.
Maggie, that's Linus's GF.
Yeah, and I thought maybe he and Maggie could hang out while we go to the beach, but
He's lonely.
yeah,
Justice for
he
Liney.
is. Justice for Liney. So that's my hate. I don't love that dogs aren't social outside of.
My hate is the fact that everybody's been skimping recently. My Chipotle bowl was about like a handful less than what I usually got. My
Really?
coffee isn't filled to the brim. Everything is more expensive and everybody is skimping. And to the skimpers, I say no. I want full bowls. I want coffee to the brim. If I'm paying my $13.75 for a bowl that was usually $11, I want it full. And I do not want my guac to be extra because I'm getting a veggie bowl. And it never was extra until now.
Was it?
Yes.
No.
What are these prices?
Are you
This
serious?
is
That's not true.
chaos.
Is that true?
They charge me for my guac.
No.
Yerp.
That is not okay. On
Not
the veggie bowl, it's included.
okay.
We love Chipotle.
Chipotle's new CEO, I thought you were doing changes for the better, and now I can
That's
only
bad.
see that it's worse.
So bad. So I would like to know, I want to compare a bag of groceries in different places because I got one bag of groceries today, and I am not kidding when I tell you it was $168. Now, I did have 2 bottles of wine in there because we're having a dinner party this weekend. But they're not expensive bottles of wine. I think they're each $15.
I'll one up you. I got 4 medium-sized containers at the Italian market, and it was $50.
Are you serious? Mm-hmm. My God. What is going on?
No more skimping. No more skimping. Prices are rising and quantities are lowering. And to that, I say bullshit. I want everything to be overflowing and plentiful.
It's not going to be. There are tariffs. Is this because of tariffs? I'm blaming everything
My
on tariffs.
eyeglasses, everything.
I'm going to blame everything on tariffs.
I don't know.
I think so.
So that's my hate.
Okay. I hear you on that. It's very upsetting. We feel like we're being nickel and dimed,
And
skimped
indeed.
on, and who can afford anything? It's absurd.
I can't afford shit. And the things that I am buying are skimping.
But I did buy a neutralizing pencil for $34.
As you should.
I guess. It was expensive. Okay.
All right. Another text from my
Did we
brother
mention that
came
Will
through.
got his job?
Will got his freaking job.
Can't be. Will's probably mad at me because I haven't weighed in. I feel horrible.
I told him that we're doing the podcast.
I know, but I'm so excited for him.
See, Will gets the type of love that I one day dream of receiving. Okay. No listener question this week. We're doing our New York segment, and I will start. Okay. So this happened in New York. It's not an exclusively New York City story. However, I do feel as though it would be uncommon for this to happen somewhere else. So I went into my workout class this Wednesday, maybe, and it was a different type of class. I was doing a sculpt class, and the instructor was somebody that I've never had before. And so right before class started, I was on my phone, like checking my email, whatever, put it back in the locker. And we get into the room and the instructor makes this comment, and it is like, this is a technology-free room. If anybody has their phones, please put in the locker. And I knew that she had it out for me from there because I left my phone in the locker. I just happened to be the last one in because I was checking my email, and I knew that she saw me and she was accusing me of bringing in my phone. But I stayed lying on my mat because I didn't bring in my phone because I know it's a technology-free room. So that was number one. Then, in the beginning of class,
but she didn't come over to you and accuse you.
Nobody else was on their phones before the beginning of class.
I know, but it's not like she came over and she said,
"Can you just listen to the rest of my story?"
All right. Listening.
Then, in the beginning of class, she told everybody to get a group of 5-pound weights and a group of 10-pound weights. I don't know if you all know me, but you all probably do. 10-pound weights are not feasible for these noodle arms. I know that I cannot lift 10-pound weights. It would hurt me and not be a productive workout. So I did my usual 5-pound weights and 3-pound weights. As she is describing, oh my God, guys, I actually can't believe this happened. The class is not full. And it's a hot room and it's a hot sculpt class. And it's my first time taking it also. As she's describing like the lateral arm lift, like whatever, she's using like big words. In the middle of her explanation, she leaves the classroom, which is like, she didn't actually exit. She more so opened the door to get something and comes back in with 2 10-pound weights and puts them down beside me.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
She puts the 2 10-pound weights beside me because I only got the 5-pound and the 3-pound, and she told everyone to get the 10 and the 5.
What'd you say?
I said nothing. So then we start the exercise, and I'm using my 5-pound weights, and she's looking around, and she's like, because we're working on bigger muscles, we like to use the 10-pound weights. Okay. In no world do I use the 10-pound weights. That's 20 pounds. That's way too much for me. So I'm using my 5-pound weights.
Why did you say that to her?
Because she didn't say it to me.
I know, but clearly it's for you.
So then the class is continuing and people are starting to switch their weights out for their lighter 5-pound ones.
So you want to switch to your 3s?
No. I'm staying with the 5s.
Okay.
But then she makes a comment and she's like, if the weights are too heavy, it's okay to drop down. When everybody else is dropping down. I felt like she had it out for me.
Well,
And it's also rude. Like, I have never had an instructor change the things that I chose because, like, isn't there a reason why you're choosing?
I think I'd be mad and I wouldn't take that class
I'm
again.
never
'Cause
going
you
to
know
her
what?
again.
You don't want to be shamed. It's like it's taking every ounce of, for me personally, my energy to get myself to a class. I want to feel good about being in the class. I know my body. I know what I can do.
I heard you
and what I can't
say
do.
10-pound weights, and in my mind, I declined.
It sounds like she takes herself very seriously and she believes everybody should work up, which I don't disagree with totally. But
Well, I have a pinched
yourself.
nerve in my neck, and maybe it was from me trying to use the 10-pound weights because what the heck?
And also, it's your first time taking the class. If you'd been there several times, like maybe you could have increased.
I'm also just like so flattered. Like, you think I could handle the 10-pound weights, but seriously, if you were to look at my arms, I think that it would be a hazard. Like, I'm not strong enough. Like, that is not who I am. I'm not a 10-pound waiter.
And what happened? Did you talk to her at all after the class? Did
No,
she
I
come over
fucking
to you?
left. It's weird.
It was weird.
And she like brought them to me and like put them beside me like while she's warming up the class. Like, okay, show everybody that Ava didn't get the 10-pound weights like everyone else did.
She's shaming you a little bit.
Freak.
I don't like it. No.
No
I'm
more
saying
hot
no more.
sculpt for me.
No more. No. Well, you can hot sculpt, but not with her.
No, I like Pilates more anyway
I don't-
because it's
I don't
lighter
like her.
weights. I don't
Let's
like her.
tell a happier New York story.
Okay, you can tell it.
Well, there's not much to it,
There's
but
not much to it. But Pumples,
Pumples,
aka
otherwise known as
Pumpkin,
had the greatest New York City sighting of all time. I mean, for us anyway.
she had a retinal issue going on.
So she was at the eye doctor
And she's listening to a podcast discussing recent pop culture.
from, should we say, the publication?
I don't think she was listening to their podcast.
Oh, she wasn't?
I think
Oh,
she was
I
just
thought she
listening
was.
to a podcast.
Oh, I thought she was listening to their podcast.
Let me look at the text. Okay, keep telling the story and I'll.
So Pumpkin is at the eye doctor, listening to a podcast, waiting for her turn. And who does she spy in the waiting room?
As she's waiting.
As she's waiting. But, ...
The one,
the only.
Anna Wintour.
That's right. Anna Wintour. Okay, so we thought that was a terrific sighting. I thought she was listening to the Vogue podcast.
No, it said, went to the eye doctor today and was seated next to Anna Wintour while listening to a podcast that coincidentally discussed Anna Wintour's upcoming retirement.
Oh, look at that. See, so she was being discussed. So Pumpkin could have turned to her and been like, so tell me about the retirement.
I asked if she took any pics or talked to her, and she said she didn't. And I said, I'm kind of shocked. And she said, don't be. I'm never starstruck. And I was also worried that I was going to have to get eye surgery, so I was preoccupied. So as much as Anna was a deal to see, nothing phases our Pumpkin.
So I'm just going to say, those many years ago when I worked at Condé Nast, I would see her often in the elevator bank because we all shared the same elevator
Looking
bank.
her up and down.
Well, first of all, it was always really fun to see what she wore to work because she always looked very cool. I never saw her once without her glasses, not once ever. And then, yes, there was that day where I got in the elevator and it wasn't my best outfit day. I was so poor. I was making no money.
I like that's what qualified it. My
And
outfit was bad because I was
outfit
poor.
No, and I used to thrift when I was in my 20s. I was like the
That doesn't mean a bad outfit. You can just say it was a bad one.
It was just a bad one. I think it may have been my several shades of blue
Oh,
outfit. Where I wore
God.
like 5 different shades of blue.
Oh, God.
Anyway, it's only Anna and me in the elevator. And yes, indeed, she looked me up and down, and I think she was horrified.
Boom.
Boom. But yeah, she has really great taste. I would love to see her. I wonder if I would say something because I'm a little starstruck by her.
I don't know what I would do. What do you say to her?
By the way, is she really retiring? I thought they were like kicking her up a notch. So
Who knows?
She's
Less
not running
involved.
Vogue, but I think she's going to be involved.
Like the headquarters or something.
Yes.
Like,
And by the way, it does always circle back to the filming of The Devil Wears Prada 2 is being filmed in New York City right now. And there's an article today in the New York Times saying can the movie match the watching of the filming? Because people
I
are
know.
going crazy.
I do have somebody on the inside, and apparently there is so much security on set.
And they're everywhere. Like you see Meryl Streep in this red gown walking across the street, and you see Anne Hathaway with Stanley Tucci running across the street wearing something fabulous. So,
But I heard this one's more of a love story, and I don't know how to feel about that.
who's the love interest? Oh, Justin Theroux.
Yeah, because he replaced the old guy.
Yes. So, yeah, there's a lot of filming going on in New York City. Selena Gomez, your best love. Selena Gomez is also, they must be filming maybe Murders in the Building. They film that in our neighborhood.
Will sees that all the time. Will goes and waits for Selena.
Yes, we've seen them all because they do film it in our neighborhood. Okay.
All right, that's our New York stories of
All
the
right.
day.
Moving
to our
on.
big topic.
I thought those were good ones.
Yeah, I thought those were great ones.
Will got a job.
Will got a job.
Will got a
Will's
job.
still texting, and I do feel bad that you
What's
have
he
no
saying?
phone.
What's he saying?
It's nothing. It's logistics.
Okay. Yes. Okay. We don't want to talk about that part. Okay. Let's talk about our topic. So the topic is mine this week. And I have been a consultant, a marketing consultant for 3 years. I left full-time work to work for myself. I've been very fortunate that I have had work to do. I'm feeling a little antsy, and I'm thinking about a change. And this has made me think about how we all cope with change in our life. Because some people really like change, and some people really don't like change. And I was wondering, and it doesn't have to be specific to the job, but I was wondering if change feels different when you're young versus me, right? So I feel like maybe I've done as much as I can for this particular client, that maybe, honestly, I feel a little tired. I took care of my mom for many years. We've had a lot going on. We've had a lot of loss. Very close to us, and not just my mom, but in the past couple of months. And I'm feeling like maybe I need a little break, even though I always, making money is important. So I'm thinking about change and thinking, am I scared? And when you're in your 50s and you make change, you're not really sure you can get another job, right? Because you're expensive and you're old. Or people think you're old, which is very upsetting to me, because the people I know are like at the height of their knowledge in their careers. And I don't understand why companies, like particularly entrepreneurial companies, don't hire older people as consultants, because they could walk you through everything.
She's so youthful. She even has tinsel in her hair.
I did. Is it still
what
there?
the hell? She's so in touch with the trends.
I had gold
She's
tinsel in
so
my hair.
personable. She's so knowledgeable. She's the moment.
Thank you. That's so nice, Eve. So
You told me I'm too mean to you.
You are sometimes mean to me. So I'm thinking about change, and I'd love to hear your thoughts, because I am, I think, equally excited and scared if I make a change. And how do you feel about when change occurs? Not just with job, but
Well,
everything.
I am a Sagittarius by nature, which means that I love change.
Okay.
And I just think that's also who I am. I'm a person that loves change, loves being on the go. And in my mind right now, I think part of being my age is being open to and accepting of change, especially when you're trying to figure out your career, where you're living, who your friends are. I think everything is so transient when you're young, because there's so much opportunity and there's so much that's so unclear. You don't necessarily have a career yet. You might have a friend group, but you might be wanting to make more friends. You might live somewhere and want to move somewhere else and have, less responsibility, so more opportunity to make changes. But also, as a human being, I love change. I get antsy when I'm in the same place for too long. However, I'm never leaving my familial home because I love not paying rent. You're never getting rid of me.
We've been discussing this.
I'm getting the boot, guys.
Let's talk about this.
No, we're not
at some
talking
point.
about it. I don't want to talk about it.
I just want to say,
I
did bring it up.
don't want to talk about it.
Okay.
I know what your answer is going to be.
It's not. I'm just saying.
They're giving me the fucking boot.
I'm just saying we did approach
You and Dad
Ava.
need no space from me. I'm a perfect child, and you want me to be around forever.
It's time, baby bird, to launch
No,
and fly.
I can't live
time
with
to
Will.
fly,
I
baby
can't live
bird.
with Will. I can't do it. Don't make me.
Wait, so I just want to go back. So you look at change as opportunity.
I look at change as something that is synonymous with this phase in my life. That there isn't a lot of permanence right now. Whereas you have your very well-developed routine. You
I do.
take Liney for a walk at 12 on the dot and do your things. And so a shakeup of that can be distressing for some, I think. I think a lot of people like really don't like change as much as they try. Someone we know who doesn't like change is my brother. It takes him a while to adjust. He always says when he goes to a new place, he needs at least a week to adjust. I need about 10 minutes and I'm fine.
Yeah, me too. I like change. I do. I too tend to get a little antsy and bored. I have learned in a career to have that feeling drawn out because it's not productive to making money.
Yes.
Right? That, I mean, your generation that you excuse me, you hop around a lot more. We hopped around less. But even when I was unhappy in a job, I often stayed and tried to find something good because it was important that I earned and we needed my income. So that, and I don't like the feeling, that then makes me feel a little trapped. And that's a hard feeling for me to feel. So now I, like you, like change because I don't like feeling trapped. I like to feel like there's something new on the horizons. There's something new to explore.
Yes.
I do have something crazy that I'm thinking about.
What?
I mean, it's nuts. I'm going to be honest with you. Nuts.
Are you going to be hip-hopping around the block with me?
I'm not going to be hip-hopping around the block with you. But you know what I've decided? I've decided that in Massachusetts, where we go on the South Shore, I say this often, there's no good gluten-free bakery.
You're not serious about it, though.
I'm not serious about a bakery, but here's what I'm serious about. You ready?
What?
I am going to spend time. I'm going to be so sweaty. I'm going to spend time. I want to be able to make the perfect gluten-free bagel.
It's already been created.
No, it's not perfect.
Modern bread and
It's not
bagel is perfect.
No, it's not perfect. Denise and I were talking about it. It's not perfect.
Okay.
I think I want to make the perfect gluten-free bagel. I'm going to be super sweaty because if you've never made bagels, you have to boil them and then bake them. It's going to be a steam bath in here.
To be honest,
But it's a good idea. Let's compete with modern bread.
you can do that.
I want to see if I can perfect. Do you know how hard it is?
Yeah.
I've looked at recipes.
They're
It's
impossible.
insane. And they call for all kinds of things I've never heard
See,
of before.
my
Like sorghum.
my idea is a little bit more generic, which is there needs to be a good regular deli in the beach town that we live in.
No. Oh, no.
Oh, I know, because of the place that Miles told us about.
Yes.
I heard, but that's in the town next door.
I know, but he said it's an outstanding.
Standing sandwich.
We had
We had a
guest in the
commuter.
car.
We had a commuter come with us in the car who got me Vermont maple candies, which that was going to be my love of the week. Guys, Vermont maple is seriously unmatched. I forgot about it until our commuter Miles got me these candies, and let me just tell you.
And why do you get the candies? Because we were talking about them in the car and talking about how you get them at camp when you're up in New England.
And they're amazing.
And then we stopped at our favorite deli in Connecticut.
Rhines, we'll give you a
Deli.
shout out.
Yeah,
you don't
we
need to
love
pay
Rhines.
us. Rhines, this one's on us.
Best deli ever. And there, Miles discovered a box of maple sugar candy. So he bought them for the car for
Maybe
us.
that was his peace offering after rolling his eyes at me wanting to play Lady Gaga for the whole ride. So I'll take it.
He was a great guest.
He was a good
was
guest.
a
He brought a
terrific-
lot of entertainment.
He did, and he had good music taste. We went around, and he offered some.
I
good
did
music.
fall asleep during Miles' music segment. I'm not
I
gonna
thought
lie.
that was very good.
Back to change. I love change. I think I need something to spice up my life every here and there, and I like to, it doesn't necessarily have to be a big change. It can be something as little as starting to wear a new scent, which honestly isn't that little because finding a scent you like is hard. But I also do acknowledge the fact that it comes with the territory of where I am, which is I'm in a part of my life that makes room for change and kind of lends itself to evolving lends itself to evolving and having new experiences and discovering new likes and dislikes, which is definitely different than you.
Well,
but I'm not saying that you're adverse to change.
No.
I just think it's more unusual because when you're, almost 60, I feel like you have your definitive likes and dislikes, and they're a little bit harder to find.
Yeah, I think more. Here's the thing, though. I think it's a real life skill to be able to embrace uncertainty.
Yes.
And to look at it as a positive and to look at it as opportunity. You could look at change as, oh my gosh, I'm so scared. I have no idea. Like, I really don't know what I would do if I'm not going to do this work. And that is so scary to me. But you could also look at it as like very exciting, right? Because I've often thought, do I have one more work thing in me, and do I want to own something that's my own?
Beyond the best gluten-free bagel.
I'm not kidding around about the best gluten-free bagel. I think I'm going to have very good skin because it's going to be so steamy.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's definitely going to be steamy.
So, I am interested to...
I would love people your age to write in or speak pipe in Oracle to say recent changes that they've made later in life. I'm curious to hear.
Yeah, and we're not talking about like a moisturizer, right?
No, it could be a moisturizer if it's really good.
No, I know, but I feel like moving at my age, there are people who are moving and they are either going to where their kids live or they are going to Florida. A lot of people we know going to Florida or
I'm
going
leaving
somewhere. No singing.
On that midnight train to Florida.
So I think there's a lot of change in terms of where people are living. They downsize. They're getting rid of their homes.
I'm interested, but I feel like there are also more niche changes that people are making that are your age. I'd like to hear about.
Yeah, getting rid of stuff and going through because you realize you don't need as much stuff anymore. But maybe also changes like personal goals, I think, too. Like I have been writing lists and keeping a little journal of some personal goals I have.
So introspective of you.
I know. I have decided to journal again
really
a little bit.
In touch with yourself.
You say that mockingly, like it's not a good thing.
No, you're very in touch with yourself.
I don't have a lot of time left. I need to.
Oh my God, you have like 40 good years.
Not 40. Yeah. I'm not gonna be 100.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm not gonna live to 100.
You have to.
Okay, well, that's not gonna happen. So, I am
spry.
Yes, and able to do. I feel like I need to come up with some.
I think you have something else left in you to do, professionally.
Maybe it might be a book.
IMO, in my opinion.
Oh, thank you. Well, I guess we'll see. Okay, we'd love to hear about change. Is there any embrace the change? But some people, it's really hard.
It is really hard, and change is scary. But I'm telling you, every single time I make a change, I'm happy that I made it because I went for it and I tried something new.
And you never know what's around that next door. You never know what's around the next door when you make the change.
It's like being friendly to people. You don't know what opportunities will rise from it.
And I'm just going to say this to you. You know, you could move into an apartment building where you meet some nice people.
The fact that everything circles back to you wanting me to find a nice boyfriend needs to end.
But you might be able to meet somebody nice.
If I move in with my brother, they're going to scare everyone away. My brother is going to scare everyone away.
That could happen.
Can't stop thinking about it. Will got a job.
Couldn't be happier. Please
speak pipe us at Totally Unqualified Podcast. Text, call, email. All of our info is in our Instagram bio.
Do you want to tell people we're not going to be here next week?
No, we're not going to be here. We already missed the week.
Oh.
We're going to be here next week. This is for next week.
I forgot.
We had a missed week this week in your face.
Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, Abe's going away.
I'm leaving.
Oh,
On
God.
the midnight train to South
That is two
Carolina.
different songs, by the way. You're singing Leaving on a Jet Plane and Midnight Train to
No,
Georgia.
I'm not. I'm
Yes,
leaving-
you are.
I'm leaving on that midnight train to Georgia.
Oh,
On the midnight plane to South Carolina.
okay. Bye, everybody. Have a good week.
Bye.